Kicking off our list is the tiger, the largest and strongest of all big cats. A single adult male tiger can weigh over 300 kg 660 lbs and deliver a bite force of nearly 150 psi, one of the strongest among land carnivores. But it's not just about jaws. Tigers are muscular powerhouses. They can drag prey twice their size, leap over 10 meters, 30 feet in a single bound, and sprint at speeds of up to 65 km/h 40 mph for short distances. In the wild, tigers have been seen taking down massive prey like gaur, a wild bovid that can weigh over a ton. Some have even been observed dragging carcasses weighing hundreds of kilos uphill. Unlike lions that hunt in groups, tigers are solo hunters, and that means all the strength comes from one animal alone. Agility, speed, explosive muscle power, and the tiger earns its spot on the list as one of nature's fiercest solo powerhouses. Coming in at number 9 is the grizzly bear, one of the strongest land mammals on the planet. An adult male grizzly can weigh up to 360 kg, 800 lbs, and it's packed with raw power. These bears can lift over 500 kilos, 20 centiliters. That's more than their own body weight. In fact, pound for pound, a grizzly is nearly as strong as an Olympic weightlifter, except this one has claws. Their massive shoulders aren't just for show. Grizzlies can dig through frozen ground, flip giant boulders, and even take down moose and bison, animals much larger than themselves. And despite their size, grizzlies can run at speeds of 55 km/h, 35 mph. Imagine a small car charging at you, with claws. They also have an incredible bite force of over 200 psi, strong enough to crush bones. Whether it's digging, fighting, or dragging prey, the grizzly bear shows just how much brute force nature can pack into one body. That's why the grizzly claws. Into number 9 on our countdown of the world's strongest animals. At number 8, we dive into the swamps of South America to meet a silent but deadly giant, the green anaconda. It's the heaviest snake in the world, with some females reaching over 250 kilos, 550 lbs, and stretching more than 7 meters, 23 feet long. But the real power of the anaconda lies in its muscles, not venom, not speed. This snake is a constrictor. It wraps around its prey and squeezes with a force of up to 90 psi. That's enough to stop blood flow, crush bones, and kill large animals like deer, caimans, and even jaguars. Unlike fast attackers, anacondas rely on stealth. They hide underwater, strike in a flash, and coil tight. Their grip is so strong it's nearly impossible to escape. And they don't just kill big, they swallow big. Thanks to flexible jaws and expandable bodies, anacondas can swallow prey twice their girth whole. The sheer power per muscle fiber of an anaconda is astounding, making it one of the most formidable animals in the natural world. That's why it earns the number 8 spot on our list. At number 7, meet the gorilla, the undisputed heavyweight of the primate world. A full-grown silverback gorilla can weigh up to 180 kg, 400 lbs, and stands nearly 6 feet tall when upright. But it's the muscle-to-weight ratio that's astonishing. Gorillas are estimated to be 4 to 9 times stronger than the average human. They can lift up to 800 kilos, 1,800 lbs, in controlled settings, and have been observed snapping thick bamboo stalks with ease, something most humans couldn't do without tools. Their arms are especially powerful, enabling them to climb trees, swing, and punch with extreme force when threatened. Despite their strength, gorillas are mostly gentle giants. They're herbivores and live in family groups led by a dominant silverback. But when challenged, their displays of power are intimidating. From chest beating to charging at speeds up to 40 km/h 25 mph, gorillas combine intelligence, coordination, and raw muscle, making them one of the strongest creatures on land. And number 7 on our countdown. Don't let the size fool you. The dung beetle ranks at number 6, and it's one of the strongest animals on Earth. Relative to its body weight, this tiny insect can push objects over 1 times its own weight. That's like a human dragging 6 double-decker buses. Specifically, the Onthophagus taurus species holds the record. One male moved 141 times its body weight. That's the strongest ever recorded for any animal. Dung beetles use this strength for more than just moving poop. Males roll dung balls not only as food, but to impress females. In battle, they use their legs to wrestle rivals out of tunnels. Their incredible leg muscles give them leverage on rough terrain and allow them to push, pull, and dig tirelessly. What makes them even more impressive is how they scale and maneuver such heavy loads using just instinct and brute force. In the insect world, they're the ultimate power lifters, which is why this miniature marvel earns the number 6 spot on our list of the strongest animals. At number 5, we go big, really big. The African elephant is the largest land animal alive today, and one of the strongest. A full-grown male elephant can weigh up to 6,800 kilos, 15,000 lbs, and stand over 3.5 meters, 11 feet tall. But it's not just size, it's power. An African elephant can carry loads over 20,000 lbs. That's about the weight of 130 adult humans. And it can push down entire trees or flip cars with ease. The source of this strength? Its enormous trunk made up of over 40,000 muscles. Elephants use it to lift logs, uproot trees, or even gently cradle a newborn calf. That's precision and power in one. Their tusks, used for digging, stripping bark, or fighting, also add to their brute force. In the wild, few animals can stop a charging elephant. It's not just physical. Elephants are also highly intelligent, social, and emotionally aware. But when it comes to sheer weight, strength, and impact, the African elephant stomps its way to number 5 in our countdown of the strongest animals. At number 4, we shrink way down to meet a powerhouse you've probably stepped over without noticing: the leafcutter ant. These tiny insects, native to Central and South America, can carry 20 to 50 times their own body weight in their jaws. Imagine you carrying a small car in your mouth. That's how impressive this is. Leafcutter ants are famous for slicing up leaves and hauling the pieces back to their colonies. But here's the twist: they don't eat the leaves. Instead, they use them to grow fungus, which becomes their actual food. Their strength is all about teamwork and biomechanics. Their jaws are like tiny scissors, powered by super efficient muscles, and they never stop moving. A single colony can contain millions of workers, all lifting, cutting, and building constantly. What's more, they organize themselves into castes. Some cut, some carry, and some defend, and all of them are incredibly strong for their size. In terms of strength-to-size ratio, the leafcutter ant is one of the greatest weightlifters in the natural world. That's why this tiny titan marches confidently into number 4 on our list of the strongest animals. Soaring into number 3 is the eagle, nature's aerial powerhouse. Eagles may not be heavy, but their grip strength is unmatched in the bird world. The harpy eagle, for example, can exert up to 500 psi of crushing force, stronger than the bite of many dogs. That grip lets them snatch monkeys, sloths, and even deer from the ground while flying. With wingspans reaching up to 2.5 meters, 8 feet, and razor-sharp talons, eagles are built for both precision and power. Once they lock onto prey, escape is nearly impossible. Their talons act like curved daggers, digging deep and holding firm. Some species can lift prey weighing over half their body weight while in flight. Imagine lifting a struggling object with your feet while flying through trees. That's what an eagle does daily. Whether diving at 320 km/h, 200 mph, like a golden eagle, or ambushing prey from a perch like the harpy, eagles dominate the skies as apex aerial predators. For their grip, lift, and speed, the eagle soars to number 3 on our countdown of the world's strongest animals. Don't be fooled by its size. The Hercules beetle ranks number 2 because, pound for pound, it's one of the strongest animals ever discovered. Native to Central and South America, this rhinoceros beetle species can lift objects up to 850 times its own body weight. To put that in perspective, if you weighed 70 kilo, 150 lbs, that would be like lifting 50 metric tons, roughly the weight of 9 elephants. The Hercules beetle gets its name from its horn-like pincers, which males use in dramatic battles for territory or mates. They'll flip and push rivals using pure brute strength. These battles can look like tiny sumo matches, with incredible power packed into a body just a few inches long. Their outer shell is hard and protective, but it also supports massive internal muscle relative to their weight. And just like their name suggests, they're strong, tireless, and persistent, traits that have fascinated scientists and engineers alike. That's why this insect titan climbs to number 2 on our countdown of the world's strongest animals. At number 1, the undisputed heavyweight, champion of the natural world, the blue whale. This ocean giant is the largest and most powerful animal to have ever lived. An adult blue whale can reach lengths of 30 meters, 100 feet, and weigh over 180,000 kil, 400,000 lbs. That's more than 25 elephants combined. But it's not just size, it's strength in motion. With each massive stroke of its tail, a blue whale can propel itself through the ocean at up to 32 km/h, 20 m/perch. The force generated by that tail is enough to create powerful underwater shockwaves. Its heart alone weighs as much as a small car, and with every beat, it pumps hundreds of liters of blood through its colossal body. Even newborn calves are impressive, weighing 3 tons at birth and gaining up to 90 kg, 200 lbs per day. Despite its strength, the blue whale is a gentle giant, feeding mostly on tiny krill. But make no mistake, in terms of raw mass, muscle and momentum, no animal comes close. That's why the blue whale takes the crown as the strongest animal on Earth.